Hi, it's Nathan here again. And now this is the maintenance part 2 of maintenance. So the second 3 weeks of maintenance. So now is actually the real fun part of this whole entire program. You get to actually eat pretty much almost everything in moderation. So now you get to introduce carbs to the diet. You can start having oatmeal if you like oatmeal. You can start eating cereals again. You can start having breads, things like that. If you enjoy sourdough bread when you're going out to eat, this is the time where you get to actually enjoy that part. So the first 3 weeks you introduce proteins and fats to get the body used to digesting and processing fat and different types of protein. Now what you want to do is make sure that you can get your body used to digesting carbohydrates. So oatmeal, for example. I love oatmeal. It's a great thing to have in the morning for breakfast along with some eggs. So if you like oatmeal or cream wheat or maltomeal or something like that, then this is the time where you get to go ahead and try to do that. I have a really great egg white oatmeal pancake that I make that is an on-the-go kind of thing that I do for my bodybuilding competitions, and it's absolutely wonderful. The second 3 weeks of maintenance, this is where you get to actually start eating those types of foods. So you can have oatmeals now. And what you want to do is make sure that you're eating the carbohydrates and you're eating the foods of this next part, this part 2 of maintenance, the second 3 weeks of anything you want your body to learn how to process and digest. So if you like chocolate chip cookies, guess what? You need to eat a chocolate chip cookie. If you like cheesecake, you need to eat cheesecake. If you like ice cream, go ahead and have ice cream. One thing that I found this last time that I did the program is I found some ice cream that was no sugar added. So for the first 3 weeks of maintenance, because I had the fat and no sugar, the first 3 weeks of maintenance, I was able to actually have ice cream. Just had to get the slow churned Dryers ice cream, is which what I got, no sugar added. Perfectly fine on the diet. I didn't gain weight. Just make sure that your portion size is small enough to where you're not gaining and going over more than 2 pounds from your final weight on the program. I usually actually say 2 to 4 pounds because of water retention, adding in fats, and especially carbohydrates with water retention on the body. You can probably put up to about 4 pounds in a day. Doesn't mean that you put on the 4 pounds. Most of the time it's water retention. If you go ahead and go and work out, you'll probably lose another 2 or 3 pounds that following day just from added salts, added fats, and extra carbohydrates. So if you like rice, go ahead and start having rice. Yams, brown rice. If you like pasta, go and have pasta. I like pho, that's a Vietnamese noodle soup. Go and have and eat pho. This is the time where you want to put the things into your body that you're going to eat later on down the road. This is very, very key. It's like you had a computer and it's completely wiped clean. And you're going to introduce new programs to the computer so it knows how to work and process and upload those programs. This is exactly what you're doing with your body and your metabolism the second 3 weeks. If you like eating certain foods, like say pita chips, for example, and hummus, you need to have a few pita chips and hummus so that your body learns how to process the food. A good rule of thumb on the second 3 weeks of maintenance is try not to have carbs and fat together, or sugar and fat together, I should say, such as ice cream, such as donuts. Now, yes, you can have a little bit. You definitely want your body to learn how to process those foods. However, try not to have those on a consistent basis. Just use good judgment here. Okay? That's pretty much it. So a little review. Make sure that you ate carbohydrates. If you want breakfast, go ahead and eat breakfast. I love oatmeal. If you like yams, potatoes, pastas, this is the time where you introduce those foods to the system so your body learns how to process the foods. And on alcohol, if you like alcohol, if you do drink alcohol, make sure that you have a few drinks of what you enjoy. If you like wine, have wine. If you like martinis, have martinis. If you like margaritas, have margaritas, have 1 or 2 so that your body learns how to process those foods. Just make sure, I'm a big component of exercise, of course. If you're going to be adding in these extra calories, especially carbohydrates, you want to make sure the biggest portion of your food is coming from proteins and fats. Okay, natural is the best. Carbohydrates, in relation to carbohydrates, natural is the best. Less processed is much better. If you can have whole grain, less processed foods, not dry cereals, but less processed foods like oatmeal, things that you have to cook, those are much, much better for the body and easier for the body to digest. Rice is wonderful. Brown rice is even better because it's less processed. And then this is the time where you can start having all of the fruits as well. You can start having mangoes, you can start having melons, any type of fruit, go ahead and go for it. Eat the things you're going to want to eat later on down the road, and your body will learn how to process it. You will notice that you can eat those foods and keep the weight off and maintain your weight. But I highly, highly recommend that you incorporate resistance training exercise, so either body weight, suspension training, some kind of exercise bands, Pilates, yoga, or weights. Highly recommend it because you're adding a bunch of extra calories to your body. You have to allow your body to be able to burn those calories off so that you can maintain weight. It's calories in, calories out. So if you want to eat higher calorie foods, guess what, guys? You're going to have to start exercising to try to burn those calories off. Or do some extracurricular activities that can burn extra calories. I'll let you dwell on that for a minute. This is Nathan Rose again, signing off. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, nathanarose@gmail.com, or my blog site, or my phone number. Talk to you soon.